The credit card sat on the restaurant table next to my water glass when my nephew Danny picked it up, examining it with curiosity. Aunt Sarah, why is your card black? Before I could answer, my sister Victoria snatched it from his hand and held it up to the light. Oh, honey, she said loudly, that's not a real card. Aunt Sarah's cards are always declined. Remember when we went shopping last month? I hadn't gone shopping with Victoria in 2 years. My mother looked up from her menu. Uncle James paused mid-conversation with his wife. Victoria's husband, Mark, smirked into his mimosa. Mom says it gets declined everywhere, Danny announced proudly, still holding up the card as if it were show and tell. She says Aunt Sarah can't even buy groceries sometimes. The table erupted in laughter. Not polite chuckles, real laughter. Uncle James slapped the table. Mark nearly choked on his drink. Even my mother smiled, shaking her head in that particular way that meant she was embarrassed by me. Victoria handed the card back to Danny, who continued examining it with fascination. It's okay, Sarah, Victoria said, her voice dripping with false sympathy. We all go through tough times. Maybe you should look into those secured credit cards. They're for people who are rebuilding. I gently took the card from Danny and slipped it into my wallet. Then I stood, placed 2 20s on the table for my coffee and tip, and picked up my purse. Where are you going? Mom asked. We haven't even ordered yet. I just remembered I have something to handle at work on a Sunday. Victoria's eyebrows raised. Sarah, you work at a bank. They're closed on Sundays. Not all departments, I said quietly, walking out of the restaurant. Behind me, I heard Uncle James comment on how young people are so sensitive these days, followed by more laughter. I sat in my car for a moment before starting the engine. The black American Express card, the Centurion, invitation only, $10,000 annual fee, sat in my wallet. The same card Victoria had just told the entire family was always declined. I drove home in silence. Around 3 p.m., my phone started buzzing. Family group chat messages I didn't read. By 6 p.m., 12 messages were unread. I ignored them all. At 8:47 p.m., a direct text from Victoria appeared. Hey, don't forget about the loan payment. It's due on the 15th. Can you confirm you'll have the money transferred by then? I stared at the message. The loan. The $50,000 emergency loan I had given Victoria 3 years ago when Mark's business was failing and they were about to lose their house. The loan that was supposed to be repaid in 2 years. The loan that she was now 16 months late on with no payments made in the last 8 months. The loan that she had restructured last year when I offered to forgive the interest if she paid the principal. The loan that, per our signed agreement, gave me access to her primary checking account for automatic withdrawals. I typed back, always do. Her response was quick. Great, and sorry about brunch. You know I was just joking around. Family teases family, right? I didn't respond. Instead, I opened my laptop and logged into the bank's internal system. As Senior Vice President of Commercial Banking at Riverside National, the bank where my entire family coincidentally kept their accounts, I had certain access privileges. Victoria's checking account showed $8,347, with no loan payment pending. But that wasn't what made me pause. I pulled up my notes from 3 years ago. When I had made Victoria the loan, she had insisted on setting up automatic payment authorization. I had structured it through the bank officially, with proper documentation. What she had signed wasn't just automatic payment authorization. It was a standard co-account holder agreement, giving me full legal access to the account. She had never read the fine print. I pulled up the other accounts I had access to through various emergency situations over the years. Mom's checking account, I was listed as co-holder after Dad died and she needed help managing finances. That was 7 years ago. She had never removed me. Uncle James' business account, I had helped him restructure his business debt 4 years ago, which required co-signer status on his primary operating account. Mark's business account still had my name on it from when I had helped prevent his bankruptcy 3 years ago. 4 accounts, 4 family members. All the people who laughed at brunch. Monday morning, I arrived at Riverside National at 7 a.m., an hour before anyone else. I logged into the system and pulled up all 4 accounts again, this time examining transaction histories. Victoria, $340 spent at a spa on Friday, $180 at a restaurant on Saturday, $89 at a liquor store. Mom, $1,200 payment to a cruise line, another $800 to a luxury hotel. Uncle James, $5,000 transfer to an online gambling site. Mark, $2,300 payment to a golf club membership. All while Victoria was 16 months late on a $50,000 loan and claiming she couldn't find the money to pay me back. My assistant knocked on my door at 8:15. "Sarah, your 9 o'clock is here early. The Henderson account review." "Give me 5 minutes." After she left, I made 4 calls to our fraud prevention department. Standard protocol when suspicious activity required monitoring. I flagged all 4 accounts for routine verification holds, a common banking practice that temporarily freezes transactions until the account holder verifies their identity in person. The holds would take effect at noon. I went to my meeting. The first call came at 12:17 p.m. Victoria. I let it go to voicemail. She called again at 12:19, then again at 12:23. At 12:30, a text. "My card isn't working. I'm at Target and it got declined 3 times. Can you help? You work at a bank." I replied, "Have you tried calling your bank's customer service?" "I'm calling them now, but the wait time is 45 minutes. This is so embarrassing." At 12:44, Mom called. I answered. "Sarah Elizabeth, something's wrong with my bank account. My card isn't working. Can you check on this? I know you work there." "I can't access customer accounts, Mom. That would be a privacy violation. You'll need to call customer service or visit a branch." "But you work there. Can't you just—" "No, I can't. I'm sorry. Try the branch on Main Street. They're open until 6. I hung up before she could argue. By 2 p.m., I had 6 missed calls from Victoria, 3 from Mom, 2 from Uncle James, and 1 very angry voicemail from Mark demanding to know why his business account was frozen. At 3 p.m., my office phone rang, an internal call from our branch manager on Main Street. "Sarah, I have a Victoria Bennett here claiming there's been a mistake with her account. She says she's your sister and you can verify her identity." "I can't verify customer identities, David. That's a conflict of interest. She'll need to go through standard verification procedures." "She's insisting." "If she has proper ID and can answer the security questions, the hold can be released. That's policy." "Understood." He hung up. At 4:30 p.m., Victoria arrived at the bank's main branch downtown. My branch security called up to my office. "Ma'am, there's a Victoria Bennett demanding to see you. She says it's urgent and family related." "I'm in meetings all afternoon. She'll need an appointment or must handle her banking needs through proper channels." At 5:15 p.m., my phone rang, Mom again. "Sarah Elizabeth, what is going on? Victoria went to your bank and they wouldn't let her see you. Her account is frozen. My account is frozen. Uncle James called. His account is frozen. This happened right after you left brunch yesterday. Did you do something?" "I didn't do anything to anyone's accounts. Mom, banks have automated fraud detection systems. If multiple accounts were flagged, it's probably routine security verification." "Don't lie to me. You're angry about brunch." "I'm not angry. I left because I had work to do. Victoria said you're probably jealous because she has a nice house and you're still renting that apartment." I closed my eyes. I owned a 3-bedroom condo downtown, but that never corrected their assumption that I rented. "Mom, I have to go. Tell everyone to visit their branch with proper ID. The holds will be resolved once they verify their identities." "How long will that take?" "Usually 24 to 48 hours for routine verification." 48 hours? Sarah, I have bills to pay. Then you should visit the branch first thing tomorrow morning with your ID and account information. They open at 9. I hung up before she could argue. The family group chat erupted that evening. I read the messages without responding. Victoria: this is insane. The bank says they need to verify my identity in person before they'll unfreeze my account. I've been banking there for 10 years. Uncle James: same here. This is ridiculous. Sarah, can you do something? Mom: Sarah works there and she won't help. I don't understand why she's being so cold. Mark: this is costing me money. I have business expenses due and I can't access my account. Sarah, this is serious. Victoria: maybe if Sarah actually understood how real banking works instead of whatever low-level job she has there, she could help us. That message sat for 3 minutes before I typed my response. I understand exactly how banking works. You all have account holds for routine verification. Visit your branch with valid ID and you'll be fine. The process takes 24 to 48 hours per standard security protocol. Why are you being so technical? We're family. Family who thinks my credit card is always declined. Family who made jokes about me not affording groceries in front of my nephew at a restaurant. The typing bubbles appeared and disappeared several times. No one responded. I added, by the way, Victoria, your loan payment of $50,000 is now 16 months overdue. Per our signed agreement, I am calling the full amount due within 30 days. You'll receive official notice tomorrow. Victoria, what? You said I could pay it back whenever. Me? I said you could take your time. 16 months with 0 payments isn't taking your time. It's default. Read the contract you signed. Mom, Sarah, you're being cruel. Your sister is going through a hard time. Me? She spent $340 at a spa 3 days ago. I'm going through a hard time being mocked for having a declined credit card by people who owe me $50,000. Uncle James, how do you know what Victoria spent? The chat went silent. I could feel them all realizing at the same moment. It typed slowly. Victoria's account has my name on it. So does Mom's. So does Uncle James's business account. So does Mark's business account. You all signed co-holder agreements when I helped you, and none of you ever removed my access. Victoria, you've been watching our accounts. Me? I'm listed as an account holder. I have legal access. And yes, I noticed Mark's $2,300 golf membership payment last week, Uncle James's $5,000 transfer to an online casino, and Mom's $1,200 cruise deposit, all while claiming you can't pay me back. No one responded for 5 minutes. Finally, Victoria, so you did freeze our accounts. Me? I flagged them for routine fraud verification because, as an account co-holder, I noticed suspicious activity, like owing someone $50,000 while spending thousands on luxuries. The bank's automated system processes the holds per standard protocol. Mark, this is illegal. Me? Everything I did is completely legal. Check with your lawyer. You all gave me account access voluntarily and never revoked it. I work at the bank, which gives me the authority to flag potential fraud. And Victoria's loan agreement specifically gives me access to her primary account for payment collection. Mom, I can't believe you do this to your own family. Me? I can't believe my own family would mock me publicly for having a declined credit card while literally owing me money and spending thousands on entertainment. I typed one final message. The account holds will clear in 24 to 48 hours once you verify your identities. The loan is due in 30 days, and I'll be removing myself from all your accounts once this is resolved. I clearly can't be trusted with such important financial information. I left the group chat and blocked all their numbers. Tuesday afternoon, my assistant buzzed my office. Sarah, there's a gentleman here to see you. Says his name is Di's father. He doesn't have an appointment, but send him in. Victoria's husband, Mark, walked into my office, his expression carefully neutral. He sat across from my desk without invitation. You made your point. Did I? Victoria is devastated. Your mother won't stop crying. Uncle James is threatening to sue, though his lawyer already told him he has no case. I'm aware. How much do you want? Excuse me, how much to make this go away? The loan, the account, access, everything. How much? I lean back in my chair. The full $50,000 Victoria owed me, plus the $12,000 in accrued interest she would have paid if she had made timely payments. $62,000 total, due within 30 days. That's impossible. Then Victoria can make payment arrangements. Mark's jaw tightened. The full amount is now due per our contract. You really are cold. Victoria was right about you. She spent 3 years telling everyone I'm a failure while living off my money. I'm not cold. I'm just done being a joke. He stood. You're going to regret this. No, Mark, you're going to regret the day you all decided to laugh at my credit card. He left without another word. The account holds cleared Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, I had received formal requests from all 4 family members to remove my access from their accounts. I signed off on all of them. Thursday, Victoria's lawyer sent a letter attempting to negotiate the loan repayment. My lawyer sent back our original contract and the payment history showing 16 months of default. Friday, I received a wire transfer for $62,000 with a memo line reading, "Payment in full." I don't know where they got the money, and I didn't ask. What I do know is that Sunday brunch happens every week at the same restaurant, and my invitation has mysteriously disappeared. My nephew Danny called last week from Victoria's phone. She probably didn't realize he had it. Aunt Sarah, why don't you come to brunch anymore? I'm busy on Sundays now, buddy. Mom says you're mean, but you were always nice to me. I'm still nice to you, but sometimes grown-ups have disagreements. Is it because you showed everyone your credit card? Mom told me to do it. She said it would be funny. I closed my eyes. It's not your fault, Danny. You didn't do anything wrong. After we hung up, I sat in my paid-off condo looking at my investment portfolio on my laptop screen. Some families teach that success should be loud. Others teach that it should be hidden. Mine taught me that sometimes the quietest power is the most devastating, and that a declined credit card is only embarrassing if you're the one who can't pay the bill.